for this video I am doing a all drugstore makeup look, and it's going to be slightly chatty because it was a requested video and sort of like an in-depth video for beginners, like what products to use, stuff like that. So I'm just going to get started with the video just so it's not like 40 hours long. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave any comments in the description. I say that every time, in the description box, but it's not, obviously you can't comment in the description box. Leave comments down below for what videos you would like to see in the future. But yeah, I'm just going to get started with the video. For any beginner, I would really recommend getting a primer, any sort of primer, just whatever one works well for your skin, whatever one you prefer, because if you're going to be wearing foundation, stuff like that, a primer is really good for like not filling in your pores, sort of, it stops me from breaking out from different foundations, stuff like that. And because I've got slightly oily skin, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Base Primer, which is just a silicone primer, and I'm just going to apply that all over my face. So I just apply that with my hands. Also, I went through a whole tub, not a tub, like a tube of the Rimmel London, what's it called? It's like a Stay Matte primer, kind of from that range. That one was really good, but this is just sort of along the same lines but from L'Oreal. I actually need to put like a mattifying primer on my T-zone just because I get the oiliest there, my skin's slightly drier around the outside. So yeah, just apply that all over your face. Apologise as well, my skin is absolutely awful at the moment. I keep having like hormonal breakouts on my chin. These ones on my cheeks, I'd probably like noticeable in every single video, but they're not even spots anymore. They're just scars from previously acne breakouts that I've had, and I'm in the process of trying to get them to reduce slightly. So if anyone has any good tip about that, leave them down below and that'd be really helpful. For foundation, I'm using L'Oreal True Match Foundation. I think getting a good foundation is like one of the best steps of doing your makeup, because if you've got a good base, everything else looks better. If you've got a crap base, then everything else is just going to look crap as well. So the one I like is L'Oreal True Match Foundation, and I've got this when it's like the old packaging. I think they changed the packaging now. And this is in the shade, what shade is this? Okay, it doesn't have the shade on it, but I believe it was in like Rosy Vanilla or something like that. This is actually a bit too dark for me at the moment, so I'm going to mix it with a different foundation, but I do love the coverage of this foundation on its own, and this is probably my favourite drugstore foundation. I'm going to apply this with the Real Techniques complexion sponge, just all over my face, because this sponge, when you're applying it, because I use it damp, so do most people, it absorbs any excess product, so you're not putting like way too much foundation on your face. And I think this colour is still slightly off. Great, I'm just gonna have to deal with that. Any good drugstore foundation recommendations? Please, can't talk while hitting my face. Please leave them in the description, not the description. Please leave them in the comments below, because I've only really tried the L'Oreal True Match and a couple of Rimmel London ones. I really want to try the Revlon Colour Stay, but I'm a bit like is it good, is it not good? Just, if you've used it, let me know. Just going to move on to, oh, I've got a hair going into my eye. I'm just going to move on to concealer. My favourite drugstore concealer is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. This has been like so talked about everywhere, so if you've not seen this, then you've been living in a rock, under a rock, whatever the saying is. But yeah, this one's really affordable, it's really good. I'd say it's like got the same sort of coverage and consistency as the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. But yeah, if you're a beginner, I'd definitely recommend getting concealer, because it's like a big step in my makeup anyway. So I just put that in the inner corners of my eyes where I get the most dark, and then I like to use this sort of as like a highlighting concealer. So I put it in triangles under my eyes. Then I like to pop a little bit onto my chin, my cupid's bow, down the centre of my nose, and then just up onto my forehead, like kind of in between my eyebrows, just to highlight that area. And then this one's really good as well, because it's not like, it is, you can use it as a highlighter because it's lighter, but it's not like gonna intensify your spots and stuff. So I just like to pop that over any spots or redness. 2. And then just like before, I'm going to blend that in with my Real Techniques complexion sponge. To just take a little bit of that concealer and pop it onto my eyelids and use that as a eyeshadow primer. Just going to blend that in with my sponge as well. For the face, I'm going to use this collection pressed powder, just like basic packaging. This is in the shade Ivory. I do really like the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, but mine smashed and I got rid of it, so I'm just using this. So setting your foundation and your concealer is a really good tip for making your makeup last all day and stopping your concealer from creasing throughout the day. Move on to my eyebrows now, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill them in quickly off camera, just because I'm going to do a full drugstore eyebrow routine within the next few days as well, so I'm just going to move on and do them. So once my eyebrows are done, I like to move on to my eyeshadow, so I'm just going to zoom you in a bit for that, but what I'm going to be using is the Sleek Eye Divine Storm palette. I think all I need Okay, I'm okay. Right, because they come with such beautiful shades and the Sleek eyeshadows are really good quality, and for the money they're just probably the best drugstore eyeshadows. I'd rather get a palette like this than buy individual shadows. I'm always like a palette kind of person, so that's like my favourite drugstore palette. So what the first shade I'm going to use is this lightest matte brown shade in the palette. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and pop that onto my crease on my outer corner. And then just take the darker matte brown shade in the palette and pop that just onto the outer corner to add a bit more definition. As for the lid shade, I'm going to take this shimmery kind of champagne-y colour and just pop that all over the lid, and I'm going to bring it down into the inner corner slightly as a bit of a highlight. I'm going to go back in with that same brush that I used before and blend out any edges and just make the colours blend together. So that's a super quick and easy eyeshadow look for beginners or just for everyday wear. And you could totally leave it like that and just pop a bit of mascara on, but what I'm going to do is just use a bit of the NYC felt tip liner. These are super cheap, they're about $2.99, and just because I like a little bit of extra definition to my lash line, I'm just going to pop a really small, thin line just along the lash line. A little bit more definition to your eyes. I'm just going to take that same fluffy brush from before and take the lightest brown shade that I used at the beginning and just brush that along my lower lash line just for a bit of a something along the bottom lash. Makes your eyes look a bit more like done, even though you don't need to do that step at all. Then for mascara, my favourite drugstore one is the L'Oreal Miss Mango mascara. I just feel like this is a really good one, good quality. I love the brush on this, it's got like a flexy kind of wand so you can get into all your lashes. So I'm just going to apply that. It's crazy just how much mascara changes your eyes. So that's the eyes done. So like I said, it's just a super quick and easy everyday look. Moving on to the rest of the face. My favourite, like on an everyday I have to use a bronzer, a blusher and a highlighter. I can't not do it, but for beginners it'd be really good to get something like this, which is the Makeup Revolution contour kit, and this is £3.50 and it is really really good. I love it and I use it on an everyday basis anyway. So what I'm just going to do is take a brush, and this is Real Techniques blush brush, and just dip it into the bronzer, and I'm just going to apply this onto my cheeks just to add a little bit of warmth to the face, the temples and around the forehead, which just gives the illusion that your forehead is a little bit smaller and more defined. And then just underneath my jawbone. And then if you are fair like me, take it down your neck a little bit and it just sort of blends it all together. Take the highlight shade and pop this onto the tops of my cheekbones. You can see, like, this is a £3.50 palette and that highlight is insane. Insane. Top of my cupid's bow. And the tip of my nose. And take the highlight shade and pop this onto the tops of my cheekbones. You can see, like, this is a £3.50 palette and that highlight is insane. Insane. Top of my cupid's bow. And the tip of my nose. A blush brush and pop the same blush from the palette just onto my cheeks. Oh, there's a hair on my brush. Yeah. So for lips, my favourite from the drugstore, like lipstick wise, is the Rimmel lipsticks. They're absolutely amazing, especially the Kate Moss ones. I have quite a few different ones and I've got some more in my drawer. But for today's look, just because it's for beginners and sort of like an everyday kind of drugstore look, I'm going to take the shade Asia. This is probably my most used one and my favourite. I've not got that much left. So it's sort of like a nudie, beigey pink toned lipstick. So I'm just going to pop that onto my lips. I'm going to apply a little bit of extra concealer over my spots because they're really annoying me if they're that bad. Nothing's going to cover them at the moment, but I may as well try. So that is the finished look that I have done for just like a beginner kind of drugstore look. It's nothing crazy, it's just quick and simple. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and like I said, leave any comments down below, videos you want to see, anything like that. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!